Hello everyone and welcome to the show. I am your host, Suzanne Muggs, host of the original All Live Periscope cast all about Donald J. Trump. Trump Talk US. Welcome to the show, everybody. So, we're at day 2 post-debate, and of course, the media has lost its mind. They are on every possible way freaking out, trying to apply Hillary Clinton's pressure against Donald Trump, spending a lot of time talking about former Miss Universe Alicia Machado. She is the woman that Hillary mentioned that Donald Trump had called Miss Piggy. And so she's doing a lot of interviews. She's a huge Hillary supporter and going all about making sure that she does her good job to attack Donald Trump. I'm sure she's getting paid. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's getting paid pretty well to do that. Let me just give you my personal opinion on this. I really believe that, as Donald Trump said, he might have actually helped her keep her job. When you have a contract that you are a model, you're representing a movie. For example, if you take a movie part, you have a contract that you have to stay the same weight because they can't have you be skinny you at the beginning of the movie and fat you at the end of the movie because that doesn't make the movie work. You have a contract. You're obligated to maintain that contract. And certainly she did not. And there was a problem with that. And Mr. Trump, I think, sometimes the harsh jabs and the little criticisms motivate you, as well as making sure she didn't lose her job. So, did he do her a great service? I don't know, but I don't think it's something that we need to worry about at the level that the news has. But that's probably because they're way too worried about talking about what's been going on with Hillary. Yeah, and not to mention the other horrible stuff going on across the world. I mean, we just had like 5 terrorist attacks in the last 2 weeks, you guys, and we're not talking about it anymore. What happened? Exactly. So, Donald Trump today was in Chicago at the Polish American organization or league. I think he was motivated. I totally agree with that assessment. Did a speech there. It is available on RSBN. It was very great. Very touching speech. It was an unusual speech for Mr. Trump because he was speaking about Polish Americans, 2 Polish Americans, and had a lot to say about things you might not even know about Poland, that they actually are paying their NATO dues, and how many troops they offered in assistance in Iraq or in Afghanistan, and how many other ways in which Poland has been such a strong ally, and Mr. Trump's commitment to improve and retain that strong alliance into the future. It was a great speech, very well received in the room, and then of course he did a rally in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Huge rally. Did an O'Reilly interview before that. So he's everywhere, you guys. He's hitting it all week long. He's got the rally schedule is great. You're going to see in a minute. The rally schedule is absolutely fabulous. And of course, the LA Times has him up. The most recent polls, our LA Times poll, has Donald Trump up post-debate. We're going to see more of that. They're going to work really hard to try to skew the polls after this debate, but Trump did awesome. Even with all of the scandals, we're going to talk about that in a minute, all the scandals and suspicions of what Hillary might have done to rig the debate. So, a little fun point from my folks who are lucky enough to go around and be on the press. Donald Trump handed out packs of Skittles to the press to mock them for their hitting Eric Trump very hard for his Skittles metaphor, which we all know it's just a standard metaphor for the Muslim immigration, the refugee problem, and not being able to properly vet the individuals coming in. And so he handed out packs of Skittles to the... Isn't that funny? Don't you just love when he does the little snarky stuff? So good. So good. We raised $18 million after the debate. Huge fundraising after the debate. Did a very good job. Donald Trump has raised just under half of what Hillary campaign has raised overall. But Hillary is blowing money hand over fist on negative ads and not earning in the polls. As we talked about yesterday, if the race were today and we just took Florida, we'd win. She's doing poorer and poorer in all of the polls. So many battleground states, so many, even Michigan now being turned over to toss-up states. So many states being put in the toss-up category. Donald Trump got a snarky article. Are you back, Cece Philly? You know full well you should wait until the question and answer to ask your snarky questions. You've been here before. Some people just don't listen. Donald Trump was given was written up in an article complaining that the article complained that Donald Trump was complaining that Google actually it was Google complaining that Donald Trump accused them of listing only removing negative articles for Hillary and posting more positive articles for Hillary and not for him. But as I said, you guys, I've told you to do this experiment yourself. Just put Trump or Trump News in Google. Open up a new window. Go to Bing. Put Trump and Trump News into it. Look. Do the same thing for Hillary. Do the suggestions. When you see the suggestions, you'll see it. Do your screenshots. Do your own research. Share. People love to see personal research. You've done it. You've seen it over and over again. People appreciate that. Do you want to talk about the scandals? Let's talk about what's going on at what all of the rumors are at the debate. Now, there's a couple of different rumors about the debate. One, the microphone that Donald Trump, there's several memes you'll find of this. Donald Trump's microphone was too low, too far away from him, forcing him to lean forward all the time. That was, in fact, a problem that there has been a lot of talk about. Additionally, there has been perhaps some sort of evidence of Hillary Clinton having some sort of pack. I don't know about that one. It's just sort of a bulge. You know, maybe that's where she keeps her EpiPen. But a very interesting video where we talked about Hillary Clinton signaling Lester Holt through the debate to give him signals on when to pass the question over here so she could get, you know, a catchphrase or a little zinger in. Was very effective and got taken down almost immediately once everybody had found it and started sharing it. Is now back up and out and around, but a very interesting video addressing potential Hillary Clinton signaling, as well as an interesting video about a strange man removing the paper from the podium whom Hillary Clinton met with at the beginning when she got out of the car. Now, I would have been like, oh, whatever, there's some dude removing paper. But the meeting when he came out of the car is what really makes you start to wonder what's going on. There's a lot of stuff about the debate that people are very curious about. A lot of, you guys got to read and decide for yourself. I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff that looks a little bit fishy. So, I'm sure I just, as long as none of them know how to use this stupid little code that freezes you. Oh, that's going to jinx me now. Let's do rallies, then we'll do questions and answers, you guys. Donald Trump is going to be in Bedford, New Hampshire, 3 p.m. on Thursday tomorrow. He'll be in Novi, Michigan, 5 p.m. on Friday. He will be Manheim, Pennsylvania, at 7 p.m. on Saturday. On Monday, he will be in Loveland, Colorado, at 6 p.m. And on Tuesday, he'll be in Prescott Valley, Arizona, at 2 p.m. He's doing great in these states. We got to keep hitting hard. We can turn a lot of these battleground states. We just need to turn a few more states. And we have this. You guys, we so have this. Mike's going to be in York, Pennsylvania, 2:30 p.m. tomorrow on Thursday. And in Fort Wayne, Indiana, I believe that's on Friday at 12 p.m. So, this is the point in the show when you can ask any question. You can ask any snarky question. You can ask any rude question. I'll answer pretty much any question in the form of a question so that it actually can create dialogue. So I'll give you a minute to type. And I've noticed this nice fun new feature here. You can see everybody's little circles. Which is, see, you see how that's not... No, children, see, listen, you have to... If you can't... my thoughts on troll. Here's my thoughts. If you can't form a question... If you don't know how to insult people with a question, you're not for... any discussion we have is going to be useless because I'm going to speak in full sentences and you're going to speak in grunts. And grunts don't translate very well into typing. So, I prefer trolls. I prefer trolls that actually have a brain. So if you're going to come troll me, please try to have a brain. I mean, try to have some kind of brain. I don't think that's too much to ask you guys. Really, I really don't think it is. I think it's very minimal, minimal request. So, I don't know what that means. Yeah. See, just participate in the process. Well, I'll let you think. Let me do Trump reason. We'll let you think a little bit. We will come up with some interesting questions sometime while we're doing it. Let's Trump reason of the day. Why are so many physicians concerned that Trump's sniffling could indicate coke use and abuse? Because they have to deflect from Hillary Clinton's obvious health problems. Now, anyone who's watched more than this just shows everybody who says that, it suggests to me you've not been paying attention to Trump speeches. Trump's speaking method. When he breathes in deeply through the nose when he speaks. That's what he does. He's done it the whole time. Literally the whole time. Literally since he got escalator, the whole thing, build a wall. Since then, he's been doing that. Now today, it's all of these things it could possibly be. They're literally, just as you said, grasping at straws. Trying to make mountains out of molehill. And it's absolutely, it just shows how much you haven't been paying attention. Anyone who's watched more than 3 Trump speeches I would say, how many people have heard Trump sniff before? When he breathes, it's just the way he breathes. There'd be 4 hands in the air. So, you guys are just mad because Donald Trump doesn't do drugs and he doesn't drink. So, the problem is that there was some interesting articles about Bill Clinton coming out of possible drug use, and I think that's why they have to deflect. I mean, to be fair, Bill Clinton's the party guy anyways. Come on, you guys. We all know that to be true. I know, doesn't he look a little bit... see how that's at least a question? See how at least have a question mark, so I'll answer it? Yes, doesn't he look a little bit totally like a Walking Dead auditionee? I really think that he should just he might have a second career. So, let's do my Trump reason. It's a good sign. They have nothing else. They're going to continue to try to wiggle their little schemes. One interesting thing. I wanted to mention this before we do Trump reason. Will and Grace, you guys, they're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at us, and we're just going to keep going. Will and Grace is doing a special reunion comeback episode about the election, where Will and Grace try to convince the one who plays I forget the name. I know Karen. She's my favorite. She supports Trump, which is what made it funny. I watched the promo video, and that's what made it funny. Probably the episode is going to be unbearable, you guys. Unbearable, because as we all know with promos, they put all the good jokes in the promo. So if we watch it, it's probably going to be annoying. But there are some funny jokes, and they do kind of play the whole. The reason he decides to vote for Hillary is a dumb, stupid, shallow reason. Like there's a lot of mocking Grace for being stupid about politics, and also there's humor in it, and but they're gonna do everything they can. They're gonna get every celebrity. Madonna and what's her face are gonna try to be naked to get votes for Hillary. I'm not sure if that's really going to make anybody want to vote for Hillary. Frankly, we've all seen Madonna. Welcome back. Welcome back. We'll just kind of watch. See if we can out the freeze bot. Yep, back. I'm stubborn. See, one of these times I'm going to do the experiment. Whenever I make a really good face, like it's going to be really ridiculous if you froze my face like that. I think they literally try to aim for... You're so original. Did you think of that all on your own? Yeah. I know they intentionally try to make the scope stop because they don't want me to finish telling you about Donald Trump. Doesn't stop me though. Let's do my Trump reason of the day, you guys. Trump reason of the day. Boom, there it is. Trump reason of the day. Is the economy stupid? It is the economy. All of you poor little sheep on the left who've been convinced that the Democrats are going to do anything to help this economy should all go spend a night camping in Detroit. I would love to see you. We should go together, you see, because I believe in the right to bear arms and am practiced. So I would probably be a lot safer than others who perhaps were not as well trained in the use of self-defense tools. So all I'm saying is what you would find if you went to Detroit. What we would find if you went to Detroit is, unfortunately, devastation, crime, all sorts of consequences from the policies of the Democratic Party, from the progressive policies, from government programs that overtax and overspend, that overregulate, that continue to drive manufacturing and industry out of locations like Detroit, driving the jobs away and leaving individuals desperate for work, struggling to pay the bills and living below the poverty line and much poorer than they were during eras when we had manufacturing and we were strong in these areas. Detroit was a beautiful, booming city. They totally do. Detroit was I just add a general rule, because if you can't figure out more than a 2-word sentence, and one of them is fuck, you're not smart enough to watch my show. See, because you've only come up with one word. The other one's sitting right here in front of you. Some people. So we need our jobs back, because there are it's not just Detroit, there's I know it's a good rule, right? I just came up with that. I'm going to make that the new rule, because I just trolls. Participate. If you're gonna try to change the name, if you're really you want to fight for your candidate, you want to fight for whatever you think you believe in, get some intelligence about it and use some damn words. Otherwise, go home and don't bother voting. You're not smart enough to pull the little curtain across, pull the little thing. I'm not even sure you can follow the instructions to draw the line or bubble in. We need our jobs back all across the country, all across the Rust Belt. Why do they call it the Rust Belt? They call it the Rust Belt because it's decaying under the weight of our loss of manufacturing, our loss of good paying jobs with growth. We've lowered the wage base in construction and so many other fields. In so many other industries, we've lowered the wage base through allowing illegal labor and flooding the market with non-native labor that lowers the wage base, bringing in HP1 visas, all sorts of problems we're having with flooding the market. When we have American workers here, we're certainly, it's just, there's no point to that. There's no point to that. There's certainly a great deal of talent here in the United States. Again and again, big corporations, they enjoy the benefits of the cheap illegal labor. They enjoy the benefits of the lower wage base that that illegal labor will bring. Now, let me just explain to you real quickly how illegal labor lowers the wage base for everybody, okay? Because if, in fact, let's say that the illegal labor is housekeeping, okay? They're coming in and we're hiring people to do, well, let's see, we do farm labor, okay? Well, let's do with construction. Construction is really the best example. You have the illegal labor come in, and they're hired to do the construction jobs. Otherwise, young men would be hired to do maybe for a slightly higher wage. And so the employers get to pay less. Now, those young men now need to go find a job. Those legal or native-born young men now need to go find a job somewhere else. They don't have that good paying job. They now need to go find a job somewhere else, and their labor has already been rejected at the rate of the illegal labor. So it's already, say if they're going to make $10 an hour, well, this guy's going to make $7. So already their labor value is down $3. Now, they got to go find a job somewhere, say at a cashier, maybe they're working at the hardware store. So those are jobs that young individuals or older individuals nearing retirement age now can't have because they're being held by middle-aged workers who used to be able to work long-term, full-pay, full-time jobs with benefits, and now they're forced to work at these other retail and service industry jobs, which were the jobs for the young people and the near retirement. Now the near retirement people have to go work at McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts. And before you know it, everybody's wages have gone down. That's how it happens. You displace one group of people who were making a good wage at something, they have to go work somewhere else to live. And that shifts and affects. This is why we have such huge youth unemployment. I don't know if that's a reasonable question. It's a domino effect. That's why we have such huge youth unemployment. You should learn something about trickle-down economics. Trickle-down economics is a policy of giving wealthy individuals a personal tax break on their personal income, not a business tax break, a personal tax break, such that on the idea that they would spend that on luxury items or services that would increase the economy. That is trickle-down economics. It has nothing to do with cutting business taxes, cutting regulations, bringing funds back in from overseas to reinvest and reinfuse our businesses. Now, I can talk about the economy all day because this is such an important issue in our country. If we don't get our jobs back, if we don't increase our wages and get our jobs back, we're not going to have the kind of spending necessary to continue the growth of small businesses that we have already. Certainly, we are going to continue to need all kinds of funds to deal with infrastructure. We're worried that the tax base is going to, everyone's worried a tax cut is going to cut the taxes, but no one's earning anything because you can't start a company and companies are leaving. So what we really need to do is bring in the money from overseas to build investments, bring in the lower tax rates and the incentive for companies to come to the United States, make us a target market for the world for companies who want to come here because they're going to get a good deal on taxes and regulations, and we're going to bring a lot of jobs back. And people earning money put money into the tax system. That's how you get tax revenue. A broad base of taxpayers is a much more effective tax revenue structure than a small, narrow base at the top, which is what Hillary Clinton is suggesting. So, if you want the economy, and just this way, if you want the economy to be boosted, if you want the economy to be boosted, you need jobs. The main reason we don't have jobs is we're not enforcing our trade agreements. We have trade imbalances. We send things to Japan, they tax them. They send things here, we don't, because that's our trade agreement. They don't abide. We send things to China, they tax them. They have tariffs. That's what it's called, tariff. They make people pay. We don't make Chinese goods, Cameron, we don't make them pay. So they import less American goods than we import Chinese goods because it's cheaper for the Chinese to send stuff here than it is, and they don't accept our goods. Again and again, we have trade agreements with countries that aren't living up to the trade agreement. That is because we have individuals who aren't trying to negotiate for the United States. They're trying to negotiate for Goldman Sachs, for all of their friends in the giant Euro banking system. Just look at Hillary Clinton's donor list. I'll tell you who she's trying to do it for. She's more worried about what the Saudis are going to do and what these foreign governments are going to do to pay Bill for the next speech than she is about making sure that Americans' jobs are protected and that American labor is taken care of first. So the only person who's going to care about that, frankly, the only person who understands what it costs to hire an individual, what it costs to maintain a company, and how to incentivize people to start more companies. The only person on is Trump. Hillary's a lawyer who failed a bar exam. So, that's my Trumpism of the day. I got a little wordy there. Let's do one of my favorites. I don't know why anyone would vote for her. I don't know. We got to keep keeping everybody informed. Let's do Trump hotties. As I did yesterday, I'm mixing it up with the duos, you guys. I feel like it's tough times. We need 2-for-1s. 2-for-1s as much as we can. And today's Trump hotties. This is what I love. They're not just for Trump. But you can tell they're for Trump because they're really happy. But they are certainly against Hillary. So, and there, lovely ladies. Oh, see, she has a friend. Delete Hillary. And aren't they really pretty? I mean, don't they really look like they just stopped on the way home from church to go to a Trump rally? And they have these stickers. And then they're going to go out to like Olive Garden or something and have a nice lunch. You know, and then maybe they'll like go out partying later, you know, like girls. Like good old fashioned American girls. Not just white ones, you guys. So everybody who's little haters like, oh, but they're white ones. That's American. You're just talking about make America white again. No, I have every color of hottie and you know it. Look over at the page. Let me show you where you can look. I don't know if I found any punk. I did have a goth girl for Trump. She was really cute. She had black hair though. Sorry. She did not have blue hair. It might have been like that dark blue hair, but I'm pretty sure. Look, if somebody was rocking it, I would do it. I have no prejudice of hotness. You can be hot in any type of girl or guy or gray hair. I love cougars for Trump. All about it. I actually probably should start Googling that. See what comes up. Because there's a lot of really hot older women for Trump, too. Have you noticed? Go to Trump rally pictures. Boom. Seriously. At Trumpitarian, you can find me there on Twitter. You can email the show, trumptalkus@gmail.com. You can watch all of our back episodes, www.trumptalk.us. This is episode 112. You guys have been doing this so many episodes. There are several special editions that talk about Trump's policies specifically. We will continue to update you on all of the latest things, but here let's just talk about real quick how Trump beats Hillary Rodham Clinton. I'm going to leave you on strategy. We have 40 or 41 days left, okay? October 22nd, sign waving day. The debate's on the 9th. There's another debate on the 19th. We have a lot coming up. I want everyone to push your social media. Get out there. If you can donate, do. If you can contribute time to Trump Talk, making calls for Trump, or doing door knocking for Trump, or volunteering in any other way, you can go to the DonaldJTrump.com website. Volunteer. Sometimes you have to push it a little bit and call a few times because they're very busy, and not every state is super important as the other ones. Let's be honest. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I live in Illinois. Nobody comes here, so barely. So from there, I would just keep pushing. Push the negative articles. Keep going. If you're one of these people who trolls the Hillary people, troll harder. If you're one of these people who just posts positive stuff for Trump, positive harder. Whatever you're trumping, do it twice as much as you are right now for the next 41 days, 40 days, because we gotta make this country great, and we gotta save it. And we can't let Hillary Clinton win. Good job, Hillary trolls. Troll Hillary supporters. We've taken over the whole Hillary Clinton revolution on Facebook group, and they get so mad. There's still a few of them in there. They're so upset, but turnabout is fair play. They did it to themselves. As I quoted it, if you guys brown shitted yourselves into this problem, you could have just let this be a normal election. Let people have their opinion. You have your opinion. No, you gotta attack people with eggs and rocks and trash things and troll and insult people and attack people's lives and businesses and try to destroy them. No, we're not playing these little fascist little games. We're not goose-stepping in line with your stupid, let's elect Hillary Clinton, the most crooked woman in the history of womanhood, president. We're not doing it. We're going to make America great again. I'm gonna vote Trump. That's what I'm gonna do, at least. And a lot of my friends as well. So, that's our show, you guys. Little Trumpy. Hope you're voting Trump. I know you guys are going to be voting Trump. Keep turning in undecided voters. Do whatever you can, you guys. Every vote for Trump. It's a good vote. Love America. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.